Hi, it's Ms. McNichol. Today in math, what we're going to do is we have a goal for ourselves. I can use what I know about multiplying by ones and twos to help me multiply by 3 and 4. So again, we're trying to get away from skip counting. If you're at skip counting right now, keep using it until you get comfortable with the multiplying, okay? All right, so we're going to explore some multiplying by 3 and 4 and use what we know about our ones and twos. So to start with today, I would like you to get your tiles and if you have grid paper, and a pencil, because we are going to do some building today. So tiles, grid paper if you have it, or a pencil to write. All right. So today, our first problem, I would like you to build a 3 by 8 array, 3 rows of 8. If you don't know this fact right away, we can use our tiles to help us, and we can use multiplication to help us as well. So I'm going to start building that below. You pause, take all the time that you need to do your building, and we're building a 3 by 8 array. Okay. Now multiplying by 8 can seem a little scary, but if we know how to multiply by 1 and 2, I bet we can multiply by 3. Pause the video until you're ready to show your tiles. Okay, I'm just about ready to show my tiles. I have built a 3 by 8 array, so I'm going to share with you what that looks like. I'm going to double check that I have 1, 2, 3 rows. Let me count my columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, well, this is 3 times 8. If we don't know what 3 times 8 is right away, we can break this apart into 1 times 8 and 2 times 8. We worked on our ones and twos. So 3 times 8 is the same value as, whoops, I'm writing it right there. Move that up a little bit. As 1 times 8 plus 2 times 8. Well, kiddos, you said, hey, I know how to multiply by ones. What is one group of 8? Go ahead, everybody say it. I think I heard you come through and say an 8. What is 2 groups of 8? They are our doubles, 8 and 8, but we want to say 2 times 8 instead of 8 plus 8. So 2 groups of 8, think. What is it, everybody? I hope I heard a 16. So now we need to add our 8 and our 16 together, because we have 8 up here and 16, and when we put them all together, we make a 3 by 8 array. All right. I am going to think of how some of my class members might do this addition in their heads. A lot of kids might take this 8 and break it apart into 4 plus 4. I know that's a strategy that a lot of my kids use. And the reason that they do that is they take the 1 4 and add it onto 16, and they get to 20. And then they add the other 4 on, and they get to 24. So 3 times 8 is 24. All right. Let's try another one. Let's try multiplying 4 times 3. Okay. We're going to go to 4 groups of 3. So my rows, I'm going to have 4 rows of 3. And actually, I'm going to move this because I'm going to do some building. And I want you to go ahead and build as well. We can build together. If I get done before you, let's have you go ahead and pause so that we can look at our tiles together. Okay, pause if you're not done. Here is my rectangular array of 4 times 3. I have 4 rows of 3 and 3 columns. Well, we said we knew how to multiply by 1s and 2s. So could I just break this array apart? Trying to move that over there. I now have 4 groups of 2. And I also, here I have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of 1. We're not using repeated adding. Notice we're using multiplication. So what is 4 times 2? How many tiles do we have here? If you said 8, you are correct. And how many tiles do we have in our 4 by 1 array? I think I heard a 4. So what are some strategies for adding 8 plus 4? We could take 4 and say 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But we want to be a little more efficient with that. So I think that a lot of my students would probably break this into 2 and 2. Think about why they would do that. Some students may say, well, this is easier for me because I know 8 plus 2 is 10, and I like adding to a 10. So I just need to add 2 more onto the 10, and I get 12. So 4 times 3, whoops, that's 43, mistake. 4 times 3 equals 12. All right. We're going to go on to multiplying by 4. Multiplying by 4, if you know how to multiply by 2, I bet you can multiply by 4. So let's make a 4 by 7 array. 4 groups of 7. Go ahead and pause as you're building, and I will build as well. It may take you may be quicker than me at building, who knows? So I'm trying to make 4 groups of 7 and see how I can use my understanding of multiplying by 2 to help me with my 4s. All right. Right now I have a 4 by 6 array. I need a 4 by 7 array. And then I'm going to always double check it because you know what? Sometimes I build it wrong. Sometimes you build it wrong. Sometimes that just happens. When you're ready to look, you may unpause the video. All right, I'm going to double check my dimensions here. I have 1 2, 3, 4 rows, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns. If I don't know 4 times 7 right away, I might want to break that 4 apart into 2 and 2. We talked about how 2 and 2 could be an easier multiplication problem for us. So, what I've done is now I have 2 rows of 7 and another 2 rows of 7. So what is that going to look like in our equation? We took 4 times 7 and we broke it apart into 2 times 7 plus 2 times 7. If we know our addition doubles, we know how to add by the doubles, and we know that's multiplying by 2. So what is 2 times 7? And what is 2 times 7? If you said 2 times 7 is 14, and the other 2 times 7 is 14, you are correct. And here we have 2 10s, 2 4s. I know 10 plus 10 is 20. 4 plus 4 is 8. So that is 28. And it doesn't matter which side the 28 is on because our equal sign means the same value as. And 28 is the same amount as 14 plus 14. I'll show you. I have 28 tiles here. Here's 14 plus 14. I'm just going to move them together to make my array, my rectangular array. None of them left. None of them were added. 28 is the same value as 14 plus 14. So please use your 1s and 2s, those facts that you know, to work on multiplying by 3s and 4s. Good luck, kids.